Imagine this for a second. A phone so big and heavy that you needed two hands just to hold it. It had no screen worth looking at, no internet, no camera, no applications, and its battery could barely survive a short conversation. And yet, this brick-sized device changed the destiny of human communication forever. Today, we carry supercomputers in our pockets, slimmer than a notebook, faster than the machines that once sent humans to the moon. So how did we travel from that first phone call to the modern smartphone you're probably holding right now? That's exactly what we're unpacking today on Layers of Innovation. And trust me, the layers behind this journey are far more fascinating than they seem. Before we dive deeper, if you enjoy stories about technology, innovation, and the hidden journeys behind everyday inventions, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps Layers of Innovation grow, and it ensures you don't miss the next deep dive. Alright, let's rewind time. The story of the first mobile phone begins in 1973. At that time, phones were tied to walls and desks. Communication was static, fixed, and limited by wires. A man named Martin Cooper, an engineer at Motorola, dared to imagine something radical. He believed people should talk to people, not places. With that idea, he and his team created the world's first handheld mobile phone, the Motorola Dynati IC. It took years of experiments, failures, and massive batteries to make it work. When Cooper made the first public call on that phone, he wasn't just making a call, he was making history. That first mobile phone weighed over 1 kilogram. It was almost 10 inches tall. Charging it took around 10 hours, and once fully charged, it offered about 30 minutes of talk time. There was no screen, no apps, no messages, no camera, and no memory worth mentioning. Its only real feature was calling, and even that came with signal issues and dropped connections. But despite all these limitations, it introduced one revolutionary idea: personal, portable communication. Now fast forward to today. Modern smartphones are slim, lightweight, and incredibly powerful. They combine multiple technologies into one device. Calling is just one tiny feature among hundreds. We now have high-resolution touch displays, ultra-fast processors, massive storage, AI-powered cameras, biometric security like fingerprint and face recognition, and constant internet connectivity. Smartphones today are not just communication tools. They are cameras, wallets, navigation systems, entertainment hubs, and productivity machines, all in one. One of the biggest transformations in this journey came with keypad mobile phones. After the early bulky mobiles, companies started focusing on making phones smaller, lighter, and more user-friendly. Keypad phones became the standard. Physical buttons allowed users to dial numbers, send text messages, and navigate menus. Over time, features like SMS, ringtones, simple games, calculators, alarms, FM radio, and basic cameras were added. Phones like the Nokia 3310 became legends because of their durability, long battery life, and simplicity. Keypad phones were designed for efficiency. You could type without looking. Batteries lasted for days, sometimes weeks. They were reliable, affordable, and easy to use. However, they were also limited. Small screens restricted what you could see and do. Browsing the internet was slow and frustrating. Multimedia experiences were basic, and customization was minimal. Then came another turning point in the layers of innovation: touch technology. Many people think the first touch phone was the iPhone, but the real story goes back further. In 1992, IBM introduced the IBM Simon Personal Communicator. It was the world's first touchscreen phone. It had a monochrome touch display and allowed users to make calls, send emails, take notes, manage calendars, and even use basic apps. It used a stylus instead of fingers, and it was expensive, bulky, and ahead of its time. The world wasn't ready for it yet. Technology, batteries, and software still had limitations. So touchscreen phones remained experimental for years. Meanwhile, keypad phones continued to dominate the market. But innovation never sleeps. Engineers kept improving displays, processors, batteries, and operating systems behind the scenes. Everything changed in 2007 when Apple introduced the iPhone. This wasn't the first smartphone, and it wasn't the first touchscreen phone, but it redefined how humans interact with technology. The iPhone removed physical keypads entirely and replaced them with a full touchscreen controlled by fingers. Multi-touch gestures like pinch to zoom made interaction natural and intuitive. The phone felt less like a device and more like an extension of the user. Touchscreen phones unlocked new possibilities. Larger displays allowed better web browsing, video streaming, gaming, and app experiences. App stores created entire ecosystems where developers could build tools, games, and services for millions of users. Smartphones became customizable, personal, and deeply integrated into daily life. When we compare keypad phones and touch phones, the differences go beyond design. Keypad phones focus on function, durability, and battery life. Touch phones focus on experience, versatility, and performance. Keypad phones are great for calling and texting with minimal distractions. Touch phones are powerful but demand more attention and energy. One is simple and focused, the other is complex and limitless. Behind modern smartphones are layers of innovation working together seamlessly. Hardware components like processors, sensors, cameras, and batteries operate alongside software, operating systems, cloud services, and artificial intelligence. Even a simple action like unlocking your phone involves multiple layers communicating instantly. Compared to the first mobile phone, which only transmitted voice signals, today's smartphones process massive amounts of data every second. Another major difference is connectivity. The first mobile phone relied on basic cellular signals. Today, smartphones connect through 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, and satellites. We can video call someone on the other side of the planet in real time. We can work remotely, attend virtual meetings, and access global information within seconds. Despite all this progress, it's important to appreciate where it all started. That first mobile phone may look primitive today, but without it, none of this would exist. Every modern feature is built on decades of experiments, failures, and bold ideas. Innovation doesn't happen overnight. It happens layer by layer, step by step. This journey from the first mobile phone to today's smartphone is not just about technology. It's about human curiosity, creativity, and the desire to stay connected. Each generation of phones reflects the needs and dreams of its time. From making simple calls to managing entire lives through a screen, mobile phones have reshaped how we live, work, and think. And the story isn't over yet. Foldable phones, wearable devices, augmented reality, and AI-powered assistants are already adding new layers to this evolution. The next decade may transform smartphones again in ways we can't fully imagine today. If you found this journey interesting, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Which phone era do you miss the most? The simple keypad days or the powerful smartphone age? Also tell me what was the name of your first mobile phone in comment box. Don't forget to share this video with someone who loves tech stories. And once again, subscribe to Layers of Innovation for more deep dives into the hidden layers behind everyday technology. The future is being built right now, one layer at a time.